I did have my third brain spotting session yesterday on the 17th, and it was really extraordinary. I did it around my adoption wound. I'm an adopted person. I was adopted when I was 2 weeks old, and that is really at the heart of this inner orphan that I have, that really has a sense of not belonging anywhere and not being wanted, and not really being loved, appreciated, delighted in for who she actually is. Now, I in my integrated self, I have this in quite a lot of abundance in my life. But the thing is about these inner orphans, they're not up to date. They're trapped in the past when the overwhelming, distressing experience happened that didn't get addressed, didn't get comforted, didn't get met with warmth and care. And so I consider this to really be my core wound. And it's not something that is a frequent issue, but if I ever have any sense of depression, that's always what it's about. You know, I don't belong anywhere. I'm not connected to anyone. I'm kind of floating alone in the universe. And one of the things that came out of this session yesterday is this clarity that there's this inner orphan part that I have that believes that when I have what I'm longing for in terms of sort of a sense of family connection and belonging with other people, in particular, like with a romantic partner, but it can be with a circle of friends as well. There's something about that where she believes that it's going to be taken away, and it's going to be taken away like that, whether it's through death or rejection, or I do something wrong and I'm shunned. I mean, it's every possible way you could imagine being the reason for it. So in working with this in the brain spotting session, I suddenly realized that these two parts of me have been fighting each other. There's a part of me that's cultivating community, really enjoying coming deeper and deeper into intentional community, and just feeling so blessed by the authenticity and transparency and ownership of our nervous systems and the way we work things out if there's a flipped lid somewhere. It's just unbelievably beautiful. And yet there's this part of me that doesn't experience that and is just waiting for whatever is there to go away, and is I realized really preventing me from really fully taking in this sense of village and of family and belonging. It's crystal clear to me, like there's been even more of that kind of experience available to me than this orphan part has been willing to take in. And so in realizing that, there was this just beautiful unfolding of clarity that I have never experienced before. It was like kind of like this just naturally unfolding self-soothing that was happening. And the first sort of image that came to me was this sort of throng of ancestors, like maybe 50 people who I'm, related to by blood, who I don't have anybody like that in my actual life. And I've always kind of felt like I was just kind of plopped here from nowhere. My brother and sister and I are all adopted, so none of my family is actually related by blood. And so I've just never felt that kind of connection, or even really thought about it very much. It just hasn't been part of my world. And it was amazing to see and feel this sense of connection and belonging, and this sense of being seen and valued and gotten and wanted, and having all these people rooting for me, wanting me to thrive and getting who I am and delighting in that, and excited for the work that I'm doing in the world, and really understanding how precious that is and how passionate I am about that, and just really feeling deeply gotten. It was amazing. I'm getting shivers. I get shivers every time I talk about it, all over my body. It's the most amazing thing. And it's one of those things that almost feels like a veil has parted, and something that was always there is now alive and present, and a part of just the fabric of reality for me. So that was amazing. And I have the sense that my inner orphan is there, taking all of this in and feeling held and accompanied in that way. It's just so beautiful. And then the other piece was this realization that, you know, this inner orphan wants that sense of connection and belonging, being gotten, being delighted in, to be permanent. Like, she just wants it and wants to be able to hold on to it and have it like not change and not go away, and just be fixed in a certain way. And the next unfolding wave was this clarity, is that that's not how life is, and it doesn't need to be that way in order for me to be safe and not experience shock or devastation or terror or panic when a connection moves out of my life. This inner orphan is able to see all of the relationships that I've had, communities that have formed and then sort of dissolved in sort of a natural lifespan, different places that I've lived and the relationships that I've built, and some of which just fade away over time. And the sense of clarity that's how it is, that kind of like a respiration, a breath in, a breath out. The exhale doesn't mean that there isn't another breath available. And so to feel this sense of blossoming, one connection after another, or one moment after another within a connection, that there's never this sense of profound attunement that just stays that way. It comes and it goes. Just this beautiful sense of abundance and a constant unfolding and blossoming and opening and cascade of that kind of connection. So it was a very beautiful experience.